everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. He's relaxed. Yeah. Anyway, if you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up as well. It just helps me kind of gauge what kind of content you like the most, what you don't, so I can try and improve and just keep on getting those videos out. So today it's another opinion one, I know, but I'm going to make this one a lot briefer. I thought I would just talk a little bit and give you my opinion on the recent Louis Vuitton price increases. They are quite staggering. Now, I'm not going to give you loads, this isn't one of those informative videos where I'm going to give you loads of before and after prices, so I'll give you, there's a little bit, but that's not really what it's about. I just thought I'd give my view because it's been a few days now. I believe the increase happened on the 16th of February. It's been a few days. I've had time to digest it and take stock of my feelings, and they have changed. So firstly, I'm going to just say that I think some of the price increases and the extent of the price increases have been huge. And my initial reaction to some of them were like, that is just completely unreasonable. The likes of which, for example, I've got a couple of items here just to show as I talk. Let's take the mini pochette. Now I do actually have this limited edition one. I can't remember what I paid for this now. The limited edition ones, the Christmas animation ones, do go for a little bit more. But when I bought my first, bog standard, normal, plain mini pochette, wasn't that long ago, I paid £195. And that felt enough. I use this as basically normally a cosmetic pouch, if not a catch-all, within a bag. I have in the past with an old phone used it as like a tiny evening clutch, but my phone now just won't quite go in. I've got the iPhone 13 Pro, just a small one, not the Max one, and you can see it's not really going to do it. But that's fine. But if I wanted to have just a couple of bits and then just carry my phone or shove it in a pocket, then I could. But I generally use these as a catch-all. I normally use, and I normally just use the same one, and once I get one out it just stays out. And I mean, I've just got a few, I've got sanitizer, perfume, couple of lipsticks, concealer, that kind of thing in there. I'm often doing makeup on the move because I'm normally late, so this normally goes in, and it's quite slim. This normally goes inside a bag, and I will use these time and time again, day after day after day. When pre-COVID, when I was out and using a handbag every day, I would use my mini pochette almost every single day without fail, and they wear fantastically. There's no wear, and for me it was £195, extremely well spent. With the one I've sold it on since, but the one I was using at the time that I bought £195, had it for years, used it. It had barely aged from that use, and I was feeling that was pretty good value. So now, following the price increase, they're £515. And that was one of the biggest shockers for me. And I was like, really? £515 for a canvas little pochette? That seems crazy money. And I think a lot of this and a lot of these increases, we're having that reaction to where we know what it was. And I think, it is a lot of money. That was my initial feeling. This is unreasonable. I'm not ever buying a mini pochette again. I've got one. You're just going to have to last. That's that. There were other bags I was looking at. So one of the bags that I liked and was kind of on my wish list, but I wasn't quite ready. I was contemplating, do I want this in the future? Not right now. Was the mini cappuccines. And the one that I really loved was like the scarlet one with the thicker strap, and the mini one. And it's beautiful. Now that increased £800 with this price increase. £800 on one bag. It's taking it to 4,200. Now, again, I'm like, well, that's that, I'm not buying that bag. That was that reaction. And that's a massive price increase. This bag. So I bought this bag in April 2021. This is the Custom MM in khaki. So it is the largest one that they do in the Custom. It's a beautiful bag. Look at that lining. Look at the leather. It's a stunning bag. Now, I paid $2,700 for this. And at the time, that was a lot. It was a lot for a Louis Vuitton bag, you know, but it's beautiful leather. I really wanted it, and I did it. I really, at that price point, was going, oh, it's a little uncomfortable, I would rather it be a bit cheaper. That's how I was feeling, but it wasn't cheaper. I wanted the item, I was able to do it, I did it. Now, 3,800. So from when I bought it, I know there's been other price increases in between, but from when I bought it in April to now February, there's been a 38% increase. 38. And that seems crazy. Let's stick with that. That seems crazy. Would I buy this now at 3,800? You know what? I really don't think I would. As beautiful as it is. That's how I feel right now. This is Nano Speedy, the new one. I luckily got my hands on this a week after launch, and I paid $1,080. So the old Nano Speedy, as it was called, was £920. Last price I could see on the website, unavailable. The new one came out as $1,080. This is now $1,220. Now, at $1,080, even at $900, I'm looking at this going, look at the size of it. This is my phone for comparison, which does fit in quite easily. This is a small bag. This is a very small bag. It's a completely unnecessary bag. It's over £1,000 worth of unnecessary. Would I buy it at 1,220? You know what? Probably. I bought it at 1,080, and it's as pointless at 1,220 as it is at 1,080. Do I regret buying it? Hell no. I love this bag. It's really, really cute, and it holds a lot more than I thought it would. Check out my Instagram for the latest picture of what I fit in this baby when I used it. And I think that's the point. It's all relative. This is all luxury goods. None of it is an essential. None of it. And I think it's a shock. I think this price increase is a shock. The initial reaction is, oh gosh, at those prices, 3,800, you know, 4,200 for the mini cappuccines, I may as well go and buy Chanel. Well, it wasn't that long ago. The luxury community was in horror at the Chanel price increases and going, oh, well, at that price, I may as well go and buy Hermes. So, I just think that it's, and people are now still buying Chanel. I think sometimes it's a shock. It's really upsetting for those people that have been saving, just about got there ready to buy, and then the price goes up. I think the other really frustrating thing is when it's out of stock, the price goes up, and then magically it's in stock. That is also incredibly frustrating. But it's a choice that we have. It's a choice whether we want to spend, you know, my hard-earned money. Do I want to spend it on this, or do I not? Does that price feel acceptable to me for the quality of what I'm buying, or does it not? Now, at the moment, £515. How would I feel if I didn't have one of these? How would I feel in a year's time when that's, well, God knows what that'll be then. But when that is the going rate, and it's a case of mini pochettes are £500, buy them or don't. I don't know. Like I say, for me, I have one, and I'm going, I don't want to buy one at double the price I paid. But I think we do adjust and we do get used to things, is my point, in terms of the Chanel price increases. It's a lot of money. Any of this stuff, even before the price increases, it's a lot of money. And, you know, for me, certainly every, believe it or not, even this was carefully thought out. This I requested weeks in advance. I knew how much it was. I knew how small it was. I knew that. But I was willing to spend that. So I guess that's my point, is it's what you're willing and able to do. It's a shame if that means that the brand is out of reach of more people. Maybe it just means, you need to save harder leading up to it and wait a bit longer, which is never good, especially, when you're as impatient as me. But I do think things will settle down. I do think that even in less than a week, in just a few days, my own emotional reaction to "that's ridiculous" has already gone to "that is ridiculous," but it was ridiculous before. Now it's just more ridiculous. So, am I still going to buy Louis Vuitton? Yes. Am I getting a mini cappuccino anytime soon? No. But, I think with all these things is never say never when you're talking luxury. And it's a lot of it is just getting your head around it and getting used to it. Because have I spent more than £3,800 on an Hermes bag? Yes. It's still a luxury handbag. But my brain has got used to Hermes prices. My bank balance hasn't, but my brain has got used to that. And it's a price for the right bag only. It has to be total, utter love and 100% certainty that I will work and normally sell other things and whatnot and be able to afford it. But, regardless of affordability, it's also a case of, are you willing to spend that? Is that item worth it to you? And that, I think, is what it comes down to. So, like I say, I think at the moment there is that whole reaction of, I may as well go and buy Chanel. I think see how things are in a few months, I think they will calm down. But some of the percentage increases I do think are ridiculous for Louis Vuitton. I think that we all expect there to be increases. We absolutely do. But we normally expect it to be, 3 to 5% is what you expect as a customer. Certainly me, not in the industry, not in the know-how, but that's what I expect. So when it comes to these 20, 25%, increases, it does feel excessive, and it does feel like it's, greedy on the behalf of the brand. But I'm also assuming that they've got some intel and they know that they can still make money and prosper with doing that as a brand. And like I say, it is our individual customer choice as to whether we are prepared to pay that or not. That's kind of my take on it. Like I say, I'm not planning on buying any more Louis Vuitton soon, but I wasn't anyway. There's things that perhaps I'm now put off because of the price, but maybe I'll feel differently in a few months' time when things have adjusted and all the other brands have gone up. The fun thing I was going to say is by comparison, and people say, oh, Hermes have just had another price increase, or either had or having. I'm not buying it. I haven't bought anything, so I can't say. But that is at the more reasonable 3 to 4%. And I think sometimes when you're spending that much anyway, yes, it is harder. Yes, it's more. And I'm not downgrading the value of money. Believe me, I'm not. I'm a working woman. I pay for all my stuff myself. I'm not charmed in that way. But it does feel a lot more palatable when you put it in the grand scheme of things. A couple of £100 extra on a bag that's a few thousand anyway doesn't feel so bad. It's when things go that much, that's when it's particularly hard. I probably waffled. I just thought I would share with you my take on it, and like I say, I have, over the last few days, it changed even from that's completely unreasonable to I kind of get it-ish. It's tough, it's expensive. The Petit Mall. Let's take the Petit Mall. I looked at one in store, where I've always loved the Petit Mall, but just never taken the plunge because I've just worried about how solid it is and whether I can get my belongings in it easily enough or not. But it's beautiful. Now, when I was looking in the city store the other week, before the price increases, it was $3,700. I think it's now $3,920, something like that. yes, it's an increase, yes, it's fairly hefty, but it doesn't feel like that kind of an increase is going to put me off buying that bag. If I really want to spend just shy of £4,000 on that bag, I'll still spend just shy of £4,000 on that bag. That's my take on it anyway. Put anything everyone thinks in the comments below. Happy to answer any questions. Happy to hear your views, really. It's a tough one, and it's especially tough for those people that have been trying to get hold of items and couldn't at the old price and now have to pay the new price. That is, I think, where it's, you know, particularly tough. But like I say, they're luxury items. You know, there's other more essential things going up as well that we have to obviously do. Anyway, from me and a very lazy beagle, it's goodbye for now, and I'll see you soon for another video. Take care, everyone. Bye.